switch over to the stream. It seems to be working. Oh wait, for some reason it is not picking up my mic. Oh yes it is, okay. Alrighty, so a little bit of a recap. So last game you guys managed to defeat and capture both the Sentinel and the Mandroids. Thankfully, due to Buzzkill's jamming of the comms, the Sentinel did not have a chance to report back to the central computer. So you guys don't have to worry about them knowing what you're capable of. You stripped the Mandroids out of their armor, deposited them on a roof, a significant distance from the park, and brought the armor and the shrunken Sentinel back to your base, where you started to dismantle them. You managed to get enough parts and pieces and stuff that Buzzkill went and traded it to Ruby for enough gear so that you have a basic workshop together. Anything that is more advanced than that, though, is a little bit outside your reach. But you have toyed with the idea of going to either Stark Tower or the Baxter Building, or even Empire State Campus, someplace where there might be more advanced technology available in the ruins. While Buzzkill was doing the trading and Lodestone was recuperating from the damage he had taken and dismantling things, John and Pip started patrolling the city, seeing if they could find any sort of evidence as to where this mutant black site might be that Olive was a prisoner of and escaped from. You know that it's somewhere in the river, but there's a number of locations it could be. But the two of them did come across some very shady looking people at the docks in the process of moving unconscious and collared and with the letter M emblazoned on their clothing people from a van, waiting for a small boat that was making its way towards the piers. Figuring, this is probably something that we should keep an eye on. John decided to zap back via his energy path power to pick up Lodestone and Buzzkill. When he did so, however, just after he did so, the leader of this group seems to have noticed or heard something, and essentially just like manifested some sort of energy dagger in her hand. And I believe that's where we left off.
Believe so. I'm very wounded at the moment. Well, not very, but quite. I don't know if there was time to heal or...
You heal your endurance rank back per hour once you're conscious.
Do we know how many hours we had? Well, investigations were happening, or were you already up to...
It would have been a couple hours because you were unconscious for 6 and everybody kind of just waited around to see what was going to happen. And then you were up and about for a bit as you tinkered and everything. So it's been a couple hours anyway.
And that's endurance per hour, right?
Yeah.
I'll just get that updated. I'm good.
Yeah. Healing is really is only really, really bad if you've lost endurance ranks.
Still takes time, though.
It does. Pip took some damage, but she was up and ready to go in like 10 minutes or so. So
Pip cheats. So I'm not sure how you want to set the scene because Yorick isn't going to be able to join us right away.
Yep. Yeah, he probably won't be making it as he's traveling. But why don't we'll start with we'll see what Pip would like to do, seeing as how it seems as though somebody has noticed something.
I'm not sure what we noticed.
You noticed that the leader of this gang of people seems to have noticed something and basically got a weapon ready.
Uh-huh. Okay. I would are we assuming that um that his character is still with me?
No, he is zapped out.
Okay. I am going to shrink myself so that I am less noticeable in whatever conflict is coming up. Because I would prefer not to get hit again. I don't like it. It hurts.
Okay. And you can give me excellent intensity agility check.
I can try.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Only just think in absolutes. And it's 2d10, right?
It's
Sorry,
percentile
I mean,
dice. Yep.
okay. I'm in way too many games right
What's your agility?
now. Remarkable.
Right. So you just need a green. So you need a 41 or better.
Eesh, 49. What did I say it was? Remarkable?
Yep.
That's a
Oh,
15.
just
Ah, it's a 15.
barely.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Chris's. Oh, that's. I thought that was mine.
Nope. All right.
Yep. Nope.
So, so bad. So very bad.
All right. So you do shrink down, but as you do, da, da, da. Okay. So as you start to shrink down, the woman, she just like flings the dagger, and it seems to it arcs slightly, indicating some level of skill as she kind of throws from ground level to the roof that you're on. But then it like catches, this like broken girder and kind of ricochets off one of the corners and comes very close to hitting you. If you hadn't shrunk, it probably would have connected.
Hopefully, the timing was such that they think it did hit me and that I'm not a threat anymore. Either way, I'd like to move out of away from where I am. I don't need them having an easy target again. Oh, I don't like how they're spreading out.
I don't like that name on that tag.
Yeah, that's not reassuring at all either.
Uh,
Is she the one that threw something at me?
yes.
Okay, I am in trouble.
So yeah, so she basically kind of motions very quickly, and the goons that are with her basically start to just spread out, and a couple of them start to like climb up the side of the building that you're on.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you do realize like you're like 2.5, 3 inches tall, so maybe they won't notice you.
Maybe.
Or maybe there's ventilation.
Maybe.
So what would you like to do?
Uh, I would like to uh get into one of those ventilation shafts that I see on the next roof over,
Okay.
hide behind one of the blades, and hope they don't have some way of tracking me.
Okay.
Cause yeah,
And what's your level of shrinking?
my Incredible.
Okay. Well, they will try to take a look for you. They need a 95 or better.
Oh, that zero scared me.
I know, right? You're not the only one.
Nobody's rolled a 1 or 100 yet.
I'm holding my breath.
Which one are you going to get first?
Okay. All right. So you clamp her down, and you're in this this ventilation shaft. It's not working because there's no power to this particular building. Just kind of hiding behind the fan. And from where you are, you can see like these people. They scamper up the building fairly quickly. Not superhumanly fast, but they definitely know how to parkour and how to climb. And they are definitely looking around on top of the building. Which is when John gets back to where Lodestone and Buzzkill are, because I believe when we left off, he had just gotten back because we established that Buzzkill had gotten back from Ruby's.
I think so, yeah.
And
Yes, indeed.
He's like, quick, come with me. Stuff that we probably need to deal with. And he doesn't even wait for an answer, just kind of grabs you and zaps you through the power lines.
Well,
In a vaguely disconcerting way.
I wonder if I can learn to do that.
Maybe. You do have other electrical-based powers. But as you guys kind of materialize, we will say he takes you back to where he last saw Kiera. Or close to it. So basically on like a couple of roofs over, you guys kind of materialize out of the power grid. And you can see John seems winded. Like this is maybe more than he's used to carrying over this distance this quickly. That's how we will explain John not being around.
Oh, look, ninjas.
And yes, across the roadway there, near the pier, you can see 4 individuals that seem to be scouring the rooftops. And you do see the woman down below who's basically standing guard around some collared and bound and hooded mutants. And way off in the distance, Lodestone, with your intuition, you can see a mid-sized like powerboat coming into the dock. It's probably at this point probably still like a mile or 2 out.
all right.
And these folks they're intent on trying to find whatever it is their boss spotted, so they don't notice you guys kind of zap in and then drop low behind the parapet, poking your eyes over.
Any particular reason there should be ninjas here? Buzzkill.
Not that I have heard of. Why would there be ninjas?
Well, I don't know, but the one on the dock has mutant prisoners. We should intervene, I think, yes.
Sloats don't have any powers? Like teleport or flight or jumping or anything like that?
No.
All right. Well, hold on. How heavy is this guy? He's really big, right?
Well, I could be effective from here.
You could be a what?
I can be effective from here. It's fine.
All right. Can I see who's with Bullseye? Like some mutants there? Is there a small one?
Yeah, there are a variety of. We'll say there's like 4 of them, variety of different body shapes, all within normal human adult parameters.
No kids?
No kids.
But they are collared, right?
They are collared and they have like the like letter M emblazoned on their clothing.
Meaning they're like real, quote unquote, real mutants.
Yeah, they're mutants that would be deemed dangerous.
Well, I mean, for shits and giggles, I'll pick the biggest one and see if I can snap that collar.
Okay.
That's a good opener.
It is. I have to upload. I spent time and I actually put books into the PDFs for the Ultimate Powers book and the Player's book, but I have to upload them still, so make it a little bit easier to maneuver around these things. There we go.
It's a 1980s game, so it's never easy to.
Yeah. All right. You can give me an incredible intensity power feat.
Incredible. So I only need green. Okay, so that's a my amazing. I need a 31. I'm gonna spend karma just because I'd really like to start this off with a bang.
Okay.
Good thing I did. Cost me 10 min, right?
Yep. All right. So you reach out with your magnetic control and grab a hold of that collar, and it's not that it's necessarily difficult to manipulate. It's just the tensile strength of it. And you like kind of reach out and snap, and it pops open. Yeah. I did not think to make tokens for mutants.
Are they these collars? Are they electrical or are they mechanic? What are they?
You guys have never studied one up close.
Yeah, I'm about to. Sorry, I don't see you. Little pill bottle there.
Alrighty. So, with that opener, and we'll say number 4 is the one that you have freed.
Sure.
So with that opener, we will do initiative. So they're going to do that. She's going to do that. Okay.
That is a lodestone roll.
Yeah, you guys can declare what you would like to do.
I can fly 4 areas, so I can easily get over there by bullseye. And one of my powers is to disrupt electrical, computerized or such devices. So unless this is some sort of magic or element that doesn't that absorbs mutant powers or something, I'm gonna overload all these collars. That's not a power stunt. That's just built in. Did you get that?
Yep, got it. All right.
I'm going to make an intense magnetic field in the middle of these hand members.
Okay.
Because ninjas without swords is probably a good idea.
Okay. Pip, what would you like to do?
I'm hiding.
Okay.
where I am, because I don't know. I don't see anybody who's on my side at this point, so I'm still hiding.
Okay. All right. Initiative.
I'm scared of Bullseye's initiative. Naughty
Alrighty.
dog.
You guys are up first.
Mine's easy, so I'll just drop, basically a little mini metal-based black hole there.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So yeah, so you reach out, Zing. And yeah, like their swords and their throwing stars and all of their ninja accoutrements basically go like fling 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 to like a center point in the middle there.
Perfect. That's a solid round for me.
Okay. And Pip, you can feel this too. Like anything metal that you have on you feels this pull.
I'm sorry if you have a piercing.
More importantly, though, the fan that you're hiding behind starts to vibrate and then fling, and then the ventilation shaft that you're in starts to like pull and crumble and zing. Okay, you're muted.
Sucks when we can't see you.
I'm gonna hold on as best I can. Oh no!
All right. So Pip, you can give me a strength feat.
Oh, that's gonna go badly. I've only got a good strength. Oh no! Killed by my own team member. Oh, 87.
Oh, not
I
bad.
might have made it. Maybe. I did. I'm in the yellow.
All right. So
Holy cow.
so are you holding on to the pieces that are going, or are you trying to keep where you are?
Ah, that's a great question. Um, I think I'm gonna try to stay where I am
Okay.
because I don't know who's doing this. And the idea of being sucked away to meet them just sounds like a bad plan.
So all of the metal and like parts of the roof and that that bent over girder that she ricocheted the knife off of, everything is basically bending and twisting, and there's that sound that metal makes as it's getting ready to shear and things are bending inwards.
Yep.
And you're like, hold tight,
Oh,
kind of get behind some non-magnetic stuff momentarily, and you think you're okay for the time being.
uh-huh.
Right, Buzzkill.
Well, I will fly over.
Okay.
And let's see if I can, I guess, pop these collars.
Okay.
So energy sheath is on because it's on whenever I use any of my powers
Yep.
automatically. Electric generation's remarkable.
All right. So you will need a yellow.
I did not get a yellow, I don't think.
Probably not.
Nope.
But I used so much hero points last time, I don't really afford to use too many this time.
All right. So you reach out and you try, and there's something you don't know. Maybe they're shielded or something. It doesn't seem to work to pop the collars. Her turn. Or their turn, I guess. So I look up jumping rules. How far can they leap? Not far enough to get to you.
I'll say I stay about 20 feet up.
Okay. So they all, they basically, they look over, they see lodestone, and sand, anything metal, they basically just kind of like, jump down off the top, do a couple of like really crazy acrobatic flips to kind of land on their feet and start running towards the building that you're on.
Sure.
She is going to manifest another knife and then throw it. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, only a 27. Good news is that's only a green result. So that is a hit for 50 points of damage.
Who's the target?
Buzzkill.
50.
Yep. Amazing strength energy weapon.
That was from Bullseye?
Yep.
I'm going to have to take her out real fast.
Oh, priorities have changed very, very quickly.
So what ranks your energy sheath?
What breaks it?
Yeah.
Unconsciousness, I'd assume.
No, what rank is it?
Oh, rank. Sorry. It's excellent.
All right.
So I would presumably not take 50.
Yep.
I'd take like 34.
Yeah. So it absorbs as much as it can, and then it just kind of dissipates. It's kind of like overwhelming a force field. So it will be back and operational again on the next round, because the energy sheath constantly replaces unless it's specifically shut down.
Okay. I'm just reading my character sheet here, and I can't talk when I read because of the stupid operating system I'm using.
Yeah.
The way this works is the way this character works is if that field goes out, I fall. All my powers are gone. I have to turn it back on, and there's a roll I have to make to turn it back on.
Yeah, if your energy sheath goes down, it's a red power feat to get it back.
Right, and that's what she did. She took out that thing. I don't take damage from it. She took out the energy sheath.
Yep.
Now I have to make a red to turn it back on, and I need to turn it back on before I can use any of my powers.
Oh, is that your weakness?
That's my weakness.
Yeah.
So I'm 20 feet in the air, so I do take fall damage, whatever that's going to be.
You're fucking close to water, like the beer I'm drinking.
I'm above water, thankfully.
Well, this is going well.
Yeah, well,
Splash.
Falling in itself causes no damage. It is a sudden stopping.
Well, I'm stopping in water, fortunately, because I seem to be flying above water.
Treated as a situation of a charging attack on an inanimate object with the ground's material strength acting as the body armor of the target.
Right.
So you're 20 feet up, so that's only one area.
Right.
And the material strength, you're falling on the water. So we'll say it is, it is typical material strength. Just because...
Yeah, people die from 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, and water is non-compactable. So that'll be typical damage. So it's like, what, 6?
6. All right. Guess what I'm doing next round?
Swimming?
I'm going to try to make a red feet and swim.
All right.
All right, grabbing another beer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ouch. That was a bad round.
All right. You guys are up. Lodestone, you see these guys running towards your building. You've seen the leader just throw one of these energy knives and just like drop Buzzkill out of the sky.
Well, that's a problem.
She's going to do that. They're going to do that, and the freed mutant is going to. He's going to do that. All right.
Ouch, that hurt.
So we can move and do a thing, right?
You can, yes.
Okay, so my declaration will be to wherever she's standing is going to be my new focus for basically that wherever your cursor is.
Okay.
I'm going to take that ball of metal that I've collected and try to throw it at her.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to move away a bit because they have to climb, right? So I'm thinking like here-ish.
Okay. So bounding across the roof of the fish market over to the fruit market.
Yeah.
Okay. Pip, what would you like to do?
I would like to peek out and see what I can see.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's going on up here. I haven't seen anything. So I'm going to try to... I'm just going to try to peek up and get a look at what's going on without getting my head shot off.
Okay. And Buzzkill is going to swim and try to get his powers on. All right. Pre-rolls. Okay. Oof. Okay. There you go. So she takes off running towards where Lodestone is, dodging the way, but we will roll initiative.
Initiative. Oh God.
What did you do?
I lost initiative. Doesn't happen very often.
You lost it spectacularly. I mean,
I lost it by 1
a 6.
with a +5. Yeah, I get you.
Right. That's
only the second time that's ever happened, though.
Yeah, that's good. But
I mean, your plus is +0, so stop complaining.
I know, and my dice luck is horrible. So, yeah.
So she does make her attack at minus column shifts for doing multiple actions. So there's that.
That's not good.
That's only a 58. That's just barely a yellow, which is a hit on Lodestone.
For 50 points of damage.
No, as she's running, she just kind of grabs like a little piece of rubble and just arcs it. So it's going to be 16 damage.
Oh, only 16. Probably bounces off 4 walls and.
It does not bounce. She just arcs it beautifully because she can actually see you, like with pinpoint precision.
Oh yeah, we seen Bullseye and Daredevil. Chucking pencils and baseballs.
Yep. She's like a combination of old school Bullseye with like
Psylocke or something.
with like Psylocke's energy weapon potential. So yeah, this rock comes out of nowhere as you're running, smacks you upside the head. The ninjas are basically climbing up the side of the building. They will be on top of the building you're on at the start of the next round.
Okay.
So Pip, you kind of peek out amongst all this rubble, and you see that the folks that were searching you have taken off running over to another building. You kind of peek over and you see, like, oh, there's Lodestone running away from a bunch of people. You look over that way. You see Buzzkill kind of like sputtering and splashing as he's trying to get up and running again. Buzzkill and Lodestone.
I mean, I'm still going with my action, so I'm going to move and still try to attack Bullseye.
Okay. You have -4 column shifts because for dodge action.
-4, and that would be agility based, I imagine.
It is.
1, 2, 3. That's very typical. God damn it, we're getting our asses kicked. I'm going to spend karma because
Okay.
Trevor spent it last time. I'll spend it this time.
Okay.
I need
Spending
a.
it this time, too.
Let's see. I need a 56 to hit.
Ooh.
Oh. That is not enough for a yellow, but it's still a hit.
Okay.
Still 10 karma, though, right?
It is.
And the level of my magnetism is amazing, 46. But you might rule that it's material strength, too. So
Yeah, it would be the material strength. But it's the material strength of like a fair bit of metal. We'll call it swords are normally, metal's normally excellent. We'll call it remarkable.
that's fair.
So yeah,
There's a bunch of it.
so as she runs, she's like dodging left, dodging right, and you're like having a hard time keeping a bead on her. And then you're just gonna, you know what? This is a fair-sized ball of metal. I'm just gonna aim for her general direction.
Close enough.
Yeah, and it kind of clocks her on the head as she's running. She kind of stumbles a bit over towards the water. Like she definitely felt that hit.
And then I move 2 zones, I believe.
Yep. All right. Buzzkill.
Buzzkill is going to hopefully make his red roll and get out of the water. And I will use karma on this because I pretty much have to get a red. Which means I'm going to make it. It's just how much am I going to have to spend to make it?
Yeah.
A
Oh,
lot.
all the karma.
Oh,
Oh, God. That's a roll that's worthy of Anita.
that.
I'm taking your role in this game, Anita.
Yeah, I'm okay with that because I'm itty bitty.
So that is going to cost you 90 karma.
Jeez. Holy.
Do you have 90 karma?
Oh, I had 122.
Oof.
Oh.
Now I have 32.
All right. So the good news is the water did not short out your electrical powers.
All right. And I said I was getting out of the water,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to get onto the dock.
And the mutant number 4, who is the one that is freed.
Watch him take a swipe at me, and watch it be Juggernaut.
Oh, hey, Bruce. How you doing? Oh, he's getting big.
So as the collar kind of like falls, he starts to fairly rapidly grow in size, and it seems like he's absorbing bits and pieces of the kind of the junk that's around him on this pier, and kind of absorbing it into his body to give him the extra stature and the extra mass. He just kind of goes, stop, stop, stop. He's probably about like 20 feet tall. Back around to declarations. Hand members are continuing to give chase to Lodestone. She's going to go that way. He's going to do that. Okay.
Well, I understand that there's a karma penalty for causing damages to buildings.
Yeah, within reason. Given this setting, I'm fairly lenient on that.
But it's owned by a human, so I don't give a shit. Just my next step. So yeah, at the ground level of this building, I'm going, or actually like the middle of the floor. Like, it's one story, right?
Yes.
So 5 feet up is where I'm going to put my nexus and see if I can pull all the copper, all the pipes, all the sewage, I'm basically trying to tear this building down.
Okay. The building that you're on, or the building they're getting to the top of?
Well, the one they're getting on, yeah.
Okay. All right. Pip, what would you like to do?
Can I see Lodestone?
Yeah, you can see him. He's not that far away.
Okay.
He's running from ninjas.
I
I
have.
am not running from. Oh, Lodestone is, yeah.
Yeah.
You have it coming from the ninjas he hit us with a couple of years ago.
Do I see Buzzkill anywhere?
You see him like pull himself out of the water onto the dock. His energy sheath kind of like flares up again.
Okay. Thing useful. I'm gonna pick up a piece of, I don't know, a bolt,
Okay.
and huck it at one of the ninja people that I see.
Okay.
We'll go with number one. We'll chuck it at them
Okay.
and see if I can, I don't know, do any kind of damage or even hit them.
Okay. Buzzkill, what would you like to do?
What does Buzzkill want to do? Buzzkill wants to. Well, we got a giant guy now. He's going to try to take the collar off the next person.
Okay.
Does not seem to be what he's doing. Oh, you're going to do that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. He can do what he wants to do. I'm going to try to free another mutant. Using reason if possible.
Okay, try to figure out how to turn it off and disconnect it.
It's the same roll, yeah, but since the electrical generation didn't work last time, I'll try reason this time.
Perfect. All right. That'll be some initiative.
There we go.
Okay.
I gotta destroy a building.
That's what Marvel's great at. Property damage.
That's right.
So these guys get up to the top of this warehouse, and you're just gonna reach out, and like that particular building is a warehouse, so there's all of those like steel girders and everything on the inside.
Yeah, lots of shelving.
Yeah. So you kind of reach out, and that building kind of shakes, and they have that moment where they kind of like look at each other, and kind of go like, huh, and then the building collapses. And they take damage as if they were charging a concrete floor. It's probably not good.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
As a general rule, you should probably not charge concrete.
I've never successfully done that.
Charged concrete? Yeah.
Material strength of concrete is excellent.
Yeah, probably not enough to kill him, but enough to slow him down. You never know what kind of ninjas you're gonna run into, right?
So they're, Pip, as you're like looking around for a bolt to find, you find like a good sized bolt, and you look over and you see that building is like shaking and falling, and then there's just like collapsing building and ninjas and all that. But you can give me an agility check to try to hit one of them.
Like it matters now.
Well, it should be easy. There's a giant magnetic field there.
Yep, gives you +2 column shifts.
That's
And
probably
you could still miss.
agility, you say? Okay, and I rolled a
13.
Yeah, I'm still in the white.
So yeah, you throw it, and it just like it's headed towards one, and then it just like veers off sharply as it gets pulled by that magnetic field. Oh no. The big giant guy, he basically brings like a big fist down towards where Bullseye is, and she kind of like nimbly dodges out of the way. Buzzkill, give me a. You're gonna need a yellow reason roll.
Well, I'm not spending karma on it.
Well, why not?
All right, that didn't work. So I say, "Hey, big guy, you know how to get these things off?"
The big guy kind of looks. It's like, I don't know. Break it?
You know how? You strong enough to do that? We're gonna need some numbers, I think.
I can try. So we finish swatting a fly here. Right. Her turn. At least she's not rolling great. But that is a yellow. Not enough to stun the big guy, but enough to inflict some damage on him. So again, she like grabs like this the energy knife, just kind of flings it up into him, hits him like square in like the solar plexus. He kind of like stops for a second and kind of looks down. His eyes almost glass over, but he kind of shrugs it off. Hand members. Well, they were gonna move rooftop to rooftop, but now I guess they're moving. So yeah, listen. You see, they pull themselves out of the rubble and start kind of surrounding the building that you're standing on.
Yeah, I'll call that a win. That's good.
And the three that are over there with Buzzkill, like they're hooded and everything, so they're starting to they have no idea what's going on. They just hear that there's a fracas going about. Declarations. Is that okay? What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna fly over and take out Bullseye.
Okay.
I'm running out of room. Time of day is it?
It's like 2, 3 in the afternoon.
Are there civilians running all over the place?
There were. Odds are that people are probably reporting, mutant fracas.
Is it safe to assume that like the area is pretty much evacuated?
It is. I mean, there might be people, cowering in buildings here and there, but most people, as soon as like mutants start throwing down with powers, like they've been through shit. These people, so they're like they know when to leave and like call in the authorities.
Pip, you go ahead. I try to figure out what I could do from here.
You're trying to figure out? I've got virtually nothing from here. I'm going to jump onto the next rooftop over,
Okay.
and I'm going to this bullseye chick. What has she been doing?
Right now she's engaged in like she's throwing her energy knives at the big giant mutant that Lodestone freed. This guy, he looks almost like a giant accountant. He's got like the little bit of the beer belly, the little bit of a comb over, but he's like 20 feet tall.
I don't recognize him, so I'm gonna let her keep doing that. I'm gonna try to hit uh ninja number 3
Okay.
with whatever piece of scrap I pick up next to me.
Okay.
Because even if I just distract them, that helps Lodestone.
Okay.
Hopefully. Although probably not.
Well, just we'll wait for initiative and then you can. Buzzkill, what would you like to do?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Fly over and zap bullseye.
All right. Initiative.
I haven't declared yet.
Oh, sorry.
So these guys presumably are coming up over top of the fish market.
They're like kind of surrounding the building. It looks like they're going to try assaulting coming up from multiple sides on the fish market.
And presumably it's empty?
Presumably.
Like, presumably.
I mean, bear in mind it's like a ruined dystopian New York, so there's not a lot of people just hanging around a fish market.
All right, so my declaration, I'm really just playing cat and mouse with the hand, right? I'm going to move back north up here and try to collapse this building here.
Okay.
I'm just slowing them down. I'm not trying to hurt them. If I can hurt them, that's great, but that's not really the intent.
Okay, perfect. So initiative. Okay.
Ruh-roh.
You guys marginally go first.
Okay.
Love that initiative bonus.
Yeah, having intuition's not a bad thing. I'll do mine because it's pretty easy. I'm running out of buildings, but and then I'll just move that over there, and hopefully collapse it while they're scrambling up, kind of thing.
We'll just note which buildings have been collapsed. All right. So the hand members are trying to climb her up as the building falls underneath them.
Get a little damage in anyway.
Yeah. They're getting increasingly frustrated, but they also realize that you're running out of building.
I really am.
Ooh, that might be a hit for him. That is a hit for him. Not enough to slam or stun, but... so he just brings like a big fist down and kind of like, just little buddy foo-foo on top of Bullseye's head. And she reels a bit from that blow. And then he'll turn around to Buzzkill and it's like, okay, I'll see what I can do. Pip. You threw your thing.
I'm gonna try to chuck a thing.
Okay.
Did you want to use that die roll from earlier, or do you want me to roll again?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
It's not gonna matter.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, well, no, it's not gonna matter.
No, the 16. 19.
Part of the problem is that you can't find anything metal on top of this building to throw, so everything that you're throwing is fairly lightweight, and you just can't get it to go far enough.
Not even remotely far enough.
And Buzzkill, are you zapping her or are you charging her?
I don't charge her this time.
Okay. So that is an endurance.
Endurance is only excellent, but
Yep.
oh well.
You get 3 column shifts though for the space you're going through.
Right.
That's what Pip is really good at.
So your endurance is excellent?
Endurance is excellent, but it would be my energy sheath, which is also excellent. So
Yeah. So it goes up to amazing because of the space, so that is a green result, which is a hit.
all right.
So that is going to be 46 damage to her.
See, that's why charging attacks are great if you have body armor.
So that slams into her, and she like kind of drops to a knee before she kind of pulls herself up. But you do notice that when you run into her, she is solid, like fleshy on the outside, very solid inside.
Okay, and now land. Let's see if we take this hand to hand.
Okay. All right, their turn.
Don't want her throwing stuff at me anymore or shooting at me.
We'll make agility rolls for the hand to see if they can get up there. So they need 46s. One of them makes it up to where a lodestone is. The rest are scrambling through rubble and everything.
And climbing up the building kind of deal.
Yeah. Bullseye. She is going to... She's going to manifest a sword and try to run Bullseye or Buzzkill through. She only has remarkable fighting.
We have that in common.
But she has Weapon Master.
Oh, we do not have that in common. I think that's 2 column shifts, isn't it?
Yep.
Ha ha!
Doesn't matter when you roll like shit.
I'll just block it with my energy sheath.
Yeah. But yeah, she just basically, as she gestures, as she makes the attack, the sword materializes in her hand and kind of sparks off of your energy sheath. All right, next round. Big guy's gonna go and see if he can snap some collars. Speedboat's getting closer. Hand member is going to do that. Those guys are going to do that, and she's going to do that. Okay. What would you guys like to do?
Lodestone's going to jump off the building into the water
Okay.
and collapse the building that they're on again.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Pip, what would you like to do?
Well, being up here isn't helping anybody. But Buzzkill seems to be encountering this chick.
Yep.
I'm going to scoot over to their corner of the building and see if I can start finding something to chuck at her that will hopefully distract her a bit from hitting him.
Okay. What would Buzzkill like to do?
What would Buzzkill like to do? How close is that boat?
It's probably about a half mile away still.
How's that in areas?
It's probably about, well, an area is 44 yards. It's probably about it's probably like a couple hundred areas away, maybe.
All right, so I'm going to wait a bit, but eventually I'm going to go sink that boat when it gets close enough. I can go 4 areas in 1 round, and then I speed up, right? With True Flight.
Yep, you
Technically,
accelerate.
I get to the speed of light. It's just it takes me longer because of my
You can
lousy roll.
you can accelerate three rounds per or three areas per round.
Right.
We need the boat.
So in the meantime, I'm going to. It's going to look like I'm decking her, but it's going to be electrical generation.
Okay.
So it's kind of iron fisting her.
Okay.
Geez, I never thought I'd ever say that.
Wow.
All right.
That was horrible.
It's a PG-13 game.
So she's going to do that. That's not great. Ooh, okay. That is a shitty ass roll for her. Alright. Initiative.
Initiative. Okay, mine's real easy, so I'll do mine first.
Okay.
Splash Crush. Good old Marvel property damage.
That's one of the best parts about this game.
That's why they have damage control.
Think of the people I'm keeping employed. And who goes to a fruit market anyway?
You guys were on the lookout for some peaches. Now they're
Technically,
ruined.
we are, yeah. Uh-oh.
Alright. So another building. So yeah, Pip, you just see like this massive amount of property destruction over there.
Oh, this is not going under the radar at all. This is absolutely drawing attention to us. This is not what we want.
Buzzkill, you like line up to punch, and because I completely failed my evasion, it's an auto hit.
I will take that.
Which is enough to hit her and drop her.
I took out Bullseye.
Savor it while you can.
So Pip, you see Buzzkill just like his fist kind of charges up, like a lot of the energy sheath kind of focuses into one area, and he seems to be able to tell when she's about to kind of like dodge left, dodge right, and she like basically moves right into his fist, and she just drops. You can try to change your action if you would like.
Well, given that I was chucking something at her, I don't think throwing something at her would necessarily make her less unconscious. But I think I would like to change it to me getting down off this rooftop.
Okay, that's easy enough to do.
I don't want to risk it.
And the big guy just grabs one of the other mutants, and then very kind of carefully just kind of grabs the collar with like 2 fingers, sort of thing, and snaps it off.
That's good.
All right. Now you guys just need to deal with the hand.
I think Lodestone's doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, as you kind of look over, you see like nothing but rubble, and these like ninjas kind of like pulling themselves out of the rubble, and like dust falling off them, and
I don't know if he's doing okay against the hand. He's doing fine against buildings that the hand are in.
Gravity sucks. All right, so next round I'm going to try a multi-attack, so we might have to look up the rules on that. And I love the icon on Bullseye.
That's an unhappy, sleepy face.
all right. Declaration.
I'm going to try a multi-attack.
Okay.
I forget how they work.
So it is a remarkable intensity to make 2 attacks, and amazing intensity to make 3 as a fighting roll.
Energy Blast.
Yep. So it would still be it's still fighting to be able to line everything up correctly.
All right, well, it's still a remarkable. So remarkable versus remarkable, right? So it'd be a yellow.
Yeah. So if you make the yellow, then you can make 2 attacks at -1 column shift. Wait. Above applies to slugfest attacks and shooting only. This would technically be shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lodestone, what are you doing?
What happened? What did I miss?
Buzzkill.
She's out.
She's out. The big guy has freed one of the other mutants, and Buzzkill is lining up a shot on some ninjas who are stumbling around through the rubble.
So I'm in the water without a
Yeah.
swimming-based power.
Yep. So you can move one area.
So could I get up on the pier?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll get up on the pier. And then I'm going to, I guess, evade if anyone closes with me.
Okay.
Because I think these guys are just going to leave.
Right. Pip, what would you like to do?
I'm going to run over to Buzzkill. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Fighting's not my thing.
Meeting number 5 is going to do that. All right. Initiative. They no longer have any initiative bonus, I don't think. Oh, they do actually. Wow.
Ooh, tie.
So tie goes to you guys.
All right, I'll do mine. Mine's easy. Go up here and then evade. Which I think is a fighting roll, right?
It is.
My fighting is remarkable. $50.
50 is a green, so you evade.
Okay.
Pip, you run over to Buzzkill. Buzzkill, make your fighting roll.
Okay.
You need a yellow.
I might have got it.
Yeah, that's a yellow. So 2 attacks at -1 column shift.
Roll once or roll twice?
You roll twice, actually.
Well, I nailed him.
Right. What's your agility?
Remarkable.
Okay. So a 95. Oh, that's still a red. So I guess the important question is, this is electrical energy, right? Oh, energy. There we go. That is a kill result.
Potentially, yep.
Hope these guys got good endurance.
I don't think it's that good.
Weak ass ninjas. Hey, they're the hand anyway. As soon as they get knocked out, they turn to dust.
Yeah, I gotta roll like really, really bad to die.
30 is an excellent, is a fail.
So endurance loss.
Yep. So one of the guys you miss because he's still hiding behind rubble. But one of the other guys basically stands up and kind of walks right into the way of your blast. And you basically just like, he stands up, he kind of like looks towards Lodestone, gets ready to charge after him, and then there's like lightning arcs out, and you guys see like this, basically all of his hair stands on end, his clothes basically kind of burn away, and he just kind of like stiffens up and keels over. Lodestone, with your really high intuition, you're fairly certain for a brief moment you think you saw his skeleton through his skin as the lightning arcs through him.
And the funny thing is, I am the weakest character on our team.
No, you're really not.
No, I really, really am.
Pip, you have to remember if you charge somebody, they fall over.
Well, I mean, yeah, but she rarely.
That's what you're good at.
You got utility powers and a charging attack, and you shrink, so your charging attack's like being a bullet.
Ooh, that is a hit. So that guy, one of the hand members, two of the hand members come charging towards Buzzkill. Because, I mean, you just dropped their boss. They're like, yeah, those guys got to go down. One of them launches like a flying kick at you, basically a charge maneuver, and connects for 26 damage.
Oh, wow.
Who took that? Lodestone?
Buzzkill.
26?
Yep.
That takes down my freaking energy sheath again. But it doesn't damage me, so that's the important thing.
All right. Mutant number 5 is now operational again. You guys all hear what sounds like an increasing high-pitched whine.
Sounds like an incoming artillery.
Decorations. Gonna do that, gonna do that, gonna do that. Okay. Right. What would you guys like to do?
I was really hoping these guys would have run away, but I'm gonna punch a hand member in the mouth.
Okay.
I think it's time to start fighting instead of running.
All right. Buzzkill, what would you like to do?
I want to grab that energy pistol.
Which energy pistol?
The one that Bullseye shot me with the first time around.
It's not an energy pistol. She manifests, like Psylocke.
Oh, okay. So no sword there, no energy pistol, huh?
Nope.
Well, I'm gonna punch a hand member in the head then.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to disarm him. Try to take his sword.
I've already done that.
They're disarmed?
Yep, they're fighting fisticuffs.
All right. Well, then I'll just punch one.
Okay.
The one closest to me.
Okay. Pip, what would you like to do?
I'm I'm gonna try to rush one of these hand members.
Okay.
We'll go with number 1 since they're nice and close, and I've got short little legs right now.
Okay.
Yeah, shorter little legs right now. She's never
Okay.
terribly tall.
All right. Initiative. Oh. All right. You guys up first. Let's. Why don't we start with Pip?
Okay.
So charging is based off of your endurance.
And that would be incredible.
Okay. Goes up to amazing for the 1 column shift. Ooh.
Oh.
God.
That is a red result.
Oh my.
Good news is
Sorry.
it's done. It's not kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's firmly into the red.
So Buzzkill, you're getting ready to like line up to like punch this hand member in the face, and he just kind of pitches forward like something has like hit him in the stomach, and then he just collapses to the ground, and you think you see like a tiny little Pip just moving out of the way of the body.
Thanks, Pip.
Right, load zone.
Yeah, Lodestone's just gonna look at this poor hand member that has no weapons or trinkets that his boss is beat up and just backhand him.
Okay.
Fighting's remarkable.
Okay.
Not bad. Actually gets to yellow.
Right.
Potential slaying.
Potential slam. Ooh. 28. Ooh, that is a grand slam.
Uh-oh. I might have just killed him.
10 areas.
I think I just killed him. Oh, there goes my karma.
See, I told you I was the weakest person on the team.
5. Well, he goes that far before he gets stopped by a still intact building.
It's a high-class hotel. No one cares.
All right, Buzzkill, you're up.
I guess I got to roll to change my action, huh?
You do.
My action will be to try to turn my energy sheath back on.
Okay.
So first I roll to see if I can change it, or
Yep.
there's a column shift penalty, I forget.
You have to roll to change your action. It's a fighting roll.
4 to 7 from a remarkable.
That's green.
Somewhere around page 11. I know that. There we go. Changing action. Changing action is a yellow agility feat. So it's agility, not fighting.
Oh, it's agility.
Yeah.
I thought it was fighting.
I have both remarkable, so it's moot.
Okay. Right. So you go to take a swing at him, and he ends up dropping.
Yep. I can't take credit for that one though.
Yeah, you should haymaker this guy and he falls over. Just before you hit him.
The wind of my fist knocked him over.
And you see, like, the one remaining guy, he looks like he's trying to, like, stomp on a bug or something, and Pip, you're, like, running away, his feet fall, like, around you sort of thing. He's aware of the fact that you're there, but you're too tiny for him to hit.
Okay.
And the one remaining hand member is, like, trying to stomp on Pip, obviously.
I think we'll just squish him.
I'm not quite small enough to fit between the treads on his boots.
Oh, wait. I could throw Pip at the hand member. Isn't there a thing
Special.
for that?
Yeah,
Fastball special. There's a rule for that.
so special.
I think there's even a picture of it in the book. Of
Probably.
Colossus throwing Wolverine that way. And you're almost as tall as Wolverine.
I mean, that'd be fun. Maybe not optimal, but fun.
Damage is done by the thrown character as determined by endurance, or by a normal slugfest attack, with the thrown character gaining benefits as for a charging attack.
Oh, wow, that's disgusting. How much damage does she take?
It's like a charging attack, so
These guys don't have any armor.
they do not.
Yeah, let's try it.
So you can use either your agility or Pip's fighting, whichever is better for you.
My agility is probably higher than her. My agility is incredible.
My fighting is only remarkable.
What would Buzzkill like to do?
He said he's going to try to get his sheath back.
Okay, perfect. Initiative.
All right. I think I win that anyway. Intuition is no joke, eh?
The initiative bonus is big. Like, especially against goons. Like, these guys are a little bit better because they have martial arts, which gives them a +1 initiative bonus, and excellent intuition gives them a +1. But when you've got, like, a +5 or 6, it's like... That's why Wolverine always goes first.
Or Daredevil.
Or Daredevil. Alright, so may as well do the fastball special here.
Yeah, so as he's stomping around and Pip's trying to like dodge and weave and get out of the way, Lodestone will just kind of pick up this 2-inch tall Pip,
Yep.
who still weighs 100 pounds,
Yeah, she does.
and turn her into a bullet and just try to beam Pip off this guy's head. Because why not? It's Marvel. Marvel stuff happens. And I'm rolling agility?
You are rolling agility.
I'm going to spend karma just so I don't throw her across the city.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Spend it before you lose it all, huh? Because didn't you just kill a guy?
No,
Fly.
he's unconscious. He made his endurance roll.
Oh, nice.
This guy, however...
Oh, God.
Oh,
Still cost 10.
Oh my God, you got the 100.
well, that is a stun, not a slam.
Well, that's good.
Whew.
He is staggered.
What's the damage on that, Chris? Just out of curiosity, the benefit of doing that.
Fastball special format charging attack developed by Mr. Logan and Rasputin of Westchester County, New York, which involves the most powerful of the two using the less powerful as a missile weapon. The attack supposes the thrown character can lift and throw the thrown character. The attacker uses the thrower's agility to hit or the thrown's fighting ability, whichever the players choose. Damage is done by the thrown character as determined by endurance. Basically, it's like a charge, but if it uses your agility to hit, but it's like a charge, so it would be based off of
the areas. So it's like I should toss Pip half a mile to do it.
yeah. Column shifts max out at +3, but you get +2 damage for every area you go through.
And you said damage is based on my endurance?
Yep.
Which is incredible.
We're really good at this, actually. Because my agility is really high, my strength's high, and your endurance is high.
Yep.
I should just throw you around all the time.
Change your superhero name to Yo-Yo.
I'm not sure how Pip would feel about that.
Put a little string on her so you can pull her back.
Well, just give her some metal, right?
Just a little metal breastplate.
Metal vest? No problem.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
She's going to assassinate if you try walking the dog, though.
All right. So as you guys finish off the last of these hand members, the big guy has freed his companions, and that high pitched whining sound you found seems to like diminish. And you look over and you see that first mutant seems to be positively glowing with energy. And it's you deduce that whoever they are looks like a middle-aged woman in her 30s, short like bob cut hair. It looks like she was absorbing like ambient energy around and channeling it, and that was that high-pitched whine was basically powering up.
Oh, well, now
Right.
it's fine. I believe the immediate conflict is over, and it's not our intention to harm any of you. We're here to help.
All right, we still have a boat coming. And I assume it's going to take long enough. We can automatically say, eventually I'll roll a red every 6 seconds until they get here.
What are you guys doing about this hand member who is coughing up blood?
Well, we should see if we can deal with that.
I can't heal other people.
We just have to make sure he's all right. It's reason, right? So I'll just go bind his wounds, right? Make sure he's not choking on his own vomit or
In the
rib sticking in his
recovery
lung or anything. A little bit of first aid. I imagine just give him the attention. I think that's what needs to happen, isn't it, Chris?
Yes, because he is not yet at shift 0.
All right, so I will do that.
Okay. All right. So yes.
I'm a mutant and I'm mortal. I guess I would have experienced this before.
You should go back to your families and try to hide as best you can. Understand the resistance is doing its best as we can, at least.
Thank you. I don't know what we would have done without you. And the big guy, he's like, you can, I was gonna give you my code name, just kind of force a habit, but I guess you can call me Jim. And he points over to the lady that was charging up. He's like, that's Annie. And that's Jay, and that's Frank.
I like that you have a code name.
Well, we used to run with some folks, help them out here and there when we can, and it's up till we got caught.
I'm Lincoln. I go by Buzzkill though when I'm on the job. And remember, he's like 16 years old, right?
Yeah.
He's acting cocky.
Sorry, what was this guy's name?
Jim.
Okay, thank you.
Jim, my name is Bader. Typically, people call me Lodestone. We're working to free mutants, like yourselves, that have been unjustly quarantined, as they say.
Well, we do the same when we get a chance. And we'll continue to do so, thanks to you.
We don't have much to offer outside of this particular bit of kindness, but it's our understanding there's a prison somewhere in the river. I expect we'll be hijacking the ship that's incoming and making our way there. If that's something you're interested in.
Oh, not interested in going to any prison, but we can definitely help you deal with them when they come in.
Perhaps we should clean up the mess and stay out of sight
Yeah.
till they arrive.
We're going to want that boat. I'm the only one here that can fly.
So, take out the guys, not the boat.
Yeah, that's like want to see what's going on in there and maybe arrange a prison break.
All right.
Can any of you swim?
Not well.
No. Well, I'll deal with the boat, and you deal with whatever hostilities come. How does that sound?
Yeah, we can do that for you. When this is all over, if you do find anybody to rescue, if you need a hand getting them safe, leave a message at the market for me. Just
Sounds good.
Leave a message for Mountain.
Awesome, Mountain.
I mean,
Same here. If you need anything, just leave something with the person. Say, hey, this is for the guy that's looking for the canned peaches.
that's a strange nickname.
So what they know me as there. He's the guy that's looking for the canned peaches. I give it to the orphanage, the halfway house.
Oh, nice.
She makes a great peach cobbler.
That she does. All right. So, do you want to shock and awe them, or how do you guys want to play this?
Well, I think the best bet is for us to stay somewhat hidden until they get relatively close, and then you just follow my lead. Try not to harm anyone too much. It's better to,
Oh yeah, yeah, we know. Means already get a shit name. No sense in making it worse for people.
escalating things is, troublesome. All right, so I think the goal is just to kind of clean up as much of this mess as we can. And essentially, I've just got to pull that fucking ship into the dock, so.
Okay. Perfect. So rather than running through another battle with some hand ninjas, with these folks helping you out, it won't be a problem at all for you guys to deal with them.
Just turn the boat over, turn it back up.
So yeah, if everybody wants to describe kind of how they help take out this boat of individuals, and I'll describe what these four people do, so you get an idea as to what their capabilities are.
Yeah, sure. So I imagine that as the boat comes in, they see, like, at some point they're going to see the rubble and, you know, the smoke rolling up and everything else, and try to, like, turn the boat away. Obviously, something's up. Lodestone will take a position on the pier, you know, dig his talon feet into that pier and reach out with his hand and just suck that boat into the trap that we're setting.
Okay.
I want to kind of find a dark spot to hide while I try to get my energy sheath back.
Okay.
I will. If there are people who need to be taken down, it seems to be effective lately, so I'm going to rush them.
Okay. So just like this little kind of like pinging, like Ant-Man type of thing.
Little pinball of doom. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Pinball down.
Well, there you see. Pinball could be a great code name for you.
There you go.
I'm good with Pip. But she has sentimental reasons for that she hasn't explained to anybody, so.
Okay.
The pinball term for knocking the pinball machine too hard is tilt. That'd be a good name too.
True. All right. So during this encounter with this incoming people, as they kind of make their way to shore after their boat gets overturned, you see Jim, the guy that called himself Mountain. He makes himself bigger. Seems to cap out at about like 20 feet or so. So, you know, a little bit bigger than a 2-story building. With proportional strength that goes along with it. Annie, the woman who was absorbing energy, very similar to Dowser, she seems to be able to absorb ambient energy and then transform it into a different type and repel it into these explosive concussive blasts. While you're hiding, Frank's a young guy. Talks about food a lot while he's getting things ready, but he just kind of concentrates for a second and essentially camouflages you with an illusion, enabling you to spring your trap. And the last NPC, whose name I forgot as soon as I gave it, so I'm just going to call him Ray.
We have Jim, Annie, Jay, and Frank.
Jay, there we go. I was close. I had Ray. He, as one of the hand members like comes charging in, he basically just stands there, and then his body turns into like just this like pure black shadow, and the hand guy runs into him and disappears.
What was that?
I put him someplace safe.
Safe where?
Just give me a sec. And he seems to be like kind of counting. 3, 2, 1, and then his body turns to that shadow again, and the hand guy just kind of slumps out onto the ground, unconscious, essentially asphyxiated. He does like a little bit of quick first
That's
aid
cool.
on him.
Pip looks vaguely horrified.
It took some time to figure out how long I could hold somebody safely. Seems to be about 15 seconds.
That's really cool.
It's effective. I don't necessarily know if it's cool, because if I get distracted, if I if I keep them for too long, then things go badly.
Do you happen
Okay.
to know where they go?
Uh, no. I don't know. I don't know if they just somehow merge with me, or if they go someplace else. I don't know, and I'm kind of afraid to find out.
Probably important that we eventually figure out the nature of all of our particular abilities. But for now, I believe there's several innocents caged somewhere out there in the river. We need to find them.
All right. Well, we've uh we've helped you with this, but we have people that we need to tend to.
Of course. Please be safe and understand that, well, there's very little hope that we see here now. There are many of us that are still fighting.
Of course. And like I said, in the future, if you need a hand with getting these people someplace safe, just leave a message for us.
We will.
And then they all kind of stand together, and everybody kind of clasps hands, and Jay like reaches out and kind of they form a little circle, and then he seems to concentrate for a second, and they just kind of blink out, very similar to what Olive did, but on a group level as opposed to personal.
That's handy.
So, you guys, you have a boat. You have a bunch of unconscious hand members and a leader. Everybody gets 80 karma.
Oh, karma.
So 80 for spendable and 80 into your advancement pool.
I really needed that.
And eventually you do manage to get your energy sheath back up and running.
Yeah, I have to roll a red, right? So,
Yeah.
and I can do it once every round. So whatever a round is, 10 seconds or whatever, I can try every 10 seconds till I get it.
Yeah, it'll come back up
So
after.
yeah, so chances are in 2 minutes I'll get it back tops. Even if I roll horribly, in 2 minutes I get it back.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I'm thinking that we take this boat and see if we could go find the raft. Now, we might have to investigate the boat to find out where it is, interrogate Bullseye, all that kind of stuff, but that's, I would think, guys.
Yeah, I think I would like to go up in the air and see if I can get an eyes on this boat coming in.
Well, that was the boat you guys just took out.
Oh, right. So
Yeah, it's like a small cruiser. Not like it's not like a little speedboat. It's like a enough to hold like 5 or 6 guards and some prisoners.
is there like there's no map or?
There are like charts.
Yeah, let me search this thing.
Chris, while he's doing that, I'm going to take some scrap metal, which I'm sure there's lots of here,
There is so much.
There is now.
and ensure that Bullseye is very well restrained with super strength.
All right.
I wish we had like Green Lantern powers here, so we can put her hands in cement or something, so she can't call another weapon.
Give me an intuition check there, Lodestone.
Intuition.
Intuition.
I'm good at that. And I'm fantastic at that. Yeah, but I really don't think she's a threat. So that's a white.
All right. You get her hands bound up with some of the sort of girders or whatever that are kicking around. What is Pip doing while he's securing people and Buzzkill is searching the boat?
Good question. Pip's reverting to her regular size, and she's gonna start looking around to see if there's anything useful in this area. Um, the signage indicates this was some kind of fruit market.
It was a market.
She's gonna go peaches hunting
Okay.
since we're not terribly well equipped for. We're not. We're scrambling for food, so that's what she's doing. She's collecting resources, especially peaches,
Uh,
or trying to
Yeah.
at least.
It's a good idea. Really, really is.
Pip is kind of practical that way.
Perfect. All right. Give me a.
I imagine it'll go poorly the minute my fingers touch dice.
Actually, we'll say. I mean, the buildings are largely collapsed, but because between your ability to shrink yourself and your ability to shrink other things, you can search this building fairly thoroughly. And you do find a variety of canned foods, enough to keep you guys going for a week or two at the very least. Probably some various assorted scrap that you could maybe sell to Ruby, or some wiring and copper and stuff that you could use in the lab back home. Various odds and sods and bits and bobs. But give me an intuition roll to see if you find any canned peaches.
When my backpack threatens to get full, I will shrink the contents
Okay.
so I can fit more stuff in.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know when it'll come back to normal size, if it ever does, but it'll at least help.
Oh, great food we could eat next week
Yeah, exactly.
if we get to next week.
Storage. 61. And it was what did you have me rolling?
Intuition.
Intuition is excellent.
61 is a green. You do not find any canned peaches.
Damn. All right.
But you do find, basically, you find amongst the rubble of the warehouse, the fish market, the fruit market, so on and so forth. You do find a variety of stuff. Enough. What are your resources currently?
Currently mine are excellent.
Okay. So not enough to boost your resources, but enough to give you trade stuff.
Okay.
And Buzzkill, as you're searching the cruiser, you don't find nothing out of the ordinary. You do find there are some restraints and stuff, probably to keep prisoners pacified. The nautical charts and stuff indicating a location if you can figure out how to read them. And give me an intuition check.
Intuition?
Yep.
I'm not very good at intuition. Actually, I am only good at intuition.
You're 16.
I made it.
76 is actually a yellow result. amongst the charts and stuff as you're searching around, you do find kind of like rolled under, like one of the seats, kind of like at the back, like something had dropped and then got kicked around a bit and then rolled back underneath the seat. A small little like glass ampule with a greenish liquid in it.
All right. I'm not sure what that is.
And it's very liquidy. Like its viscosity is practically water.
I think I'll hand that over to one of the adults. I'll give it to Pip.
Pip's 20. I mean, adult by comparison, maybe, but
Glostone's like 500 years old.
We'll give
there
it
we
to
go.
Glowstone then.
Lodestone's the adult here.
Yeah, he'll take a look at the vial, and can he make any sense out of it without equipment?
No.
Well, I suppose we should perhaps ask our captive if she's aware of this particular vial and what it means.
You're the intimidating one.
All right. Uh, Perhaps we should get offshore. Um, I expect that law enforcement will be here momentarily.
Probably won't be long.
So we're going to hop in the boat
Okay.
and follow whatever track they had last.
Okay. Whoever's trying to decipher the charts can give me a reason roll.
My reason's remarkable. Who's got better?
I got incredible.
I
That's
guess
only
you're the one.
All right. So you can assist because you're within one column of him.
I will assist.
So that'll give him a +1 column shift, putting him up to amazing. And you need a
Okay.
green.
I'll spend the karma.
Okay.
Ooh. I need a 36, so that's 20.
No, you get +1 column shift because of his help, so that puts you up to amazing, right?
Yeah, I mean, 31.
Yep. So 15 karma.
15.
That's not bad. That could have been worse.
That could have been a lot worse.
All right. So I mean, it's a lot of just trying to figure out, like, how a nautical chart actually works, because it's not exactly the same as a map, but it's kind of similar to a map. But between the two of you, as you're kind of like bobbing offshore, and I assume far enough away that maybe you can keep an eye, but not so close that you're going to be like caught. And law enforcement does come to check out what's going on, but it's just standard law enforcement. Admittedly, they're completely corrupted in the pocket of Fisk, but they're not, specifically anti-mutant squad or sentinels or anything of that nature. And you can figure out the charts, and you can backtrack them to where they came from.
Oh, I'm sure that the chart says that this is north. There's nautical north, and there's magnetic north. And no, perhaps you're right. We should follow just the GPS thing. I'm not sure.
That's all way over my head.
I think a GPS thing might be safer.
Buzzkill's like, listen, just follow the fucking dot. It's fine.
The boat knows where it's been, right? I mean, that's not too complex.
The boat is not computerized. It doesn't have an autopilot or anything.
Oh. Well, GPS is still sounds like a better idea. As long as they can't track us.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Think of the mutants that we may be able to save when we arrive there at this particular prison.
Here's hoping.
There's
Never thought I'd be
few,
breaking into a prison.
Yeah.
few of us every day. We should do our part to ensure that we ensure the safety of our kind.
All right. So kind of following the charts, and you go several miles offshore into the Hudson River, kind of like where it kind of widens out significantly, come past the remnants of the Statue of Liberty, out into more free flowing water. And you see on the horizon what looks like a very large garbage barge.
That's kind of weird. Maybe? Is that weird?
It's New York. They gotta put the
Well,
garbage somewhere.
yeah, that's true. But you know what? If you wanted to haul people and not be noticed, garbage barge would be the way to do it. Don't you think?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I think that maybe our captive might have some insight into where we're going.
Maybe. I don't want to talk to her, though.
Well, if you stay very small, I don't think she'll be a threat. I'll have a conversation with the lady and see what she has to tell us. Chris, I'm black screen here, so could be a lighting thing.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I can't see
Yeah.
anything either.
Same here.
Oh, Foundry.
There we go.
Foundry thinks that you're doing a dungeon dive.
I wonder. That looks like it's an anime cell. I don't know what show it's from though.
I think it's from Avengers: Earth's Greatest Heroes,
Oh, I love that show.
or one of the various Spider-Man animated shows.
Chris, I'm gonna go see if Bullseye, we don't know it's Bullseye, but if Bullseye's awake yet,
She is. Because it has been long enough for her to regain some health.
still tied up.
Ah, yes.
Miss, my name is Lodestone. I'm clearly not on your side, but I'm hoping to save some mutants from whatever fate that you were taking them to.
I was just paid to deliver them.
All right, but could you tell me anything about where you took them from or where you were taking them to?
I was just taking them to the boat that you seem to have me on. Other than that, I'm afraid, and she'll kind of like hold her hands up, it's like, I don't think very well when I'm imprisoned.
We all have to suffer from difficulties from time to time. You seem to have abilities of your own. It's strange that you're assisting these people.
Girls gotta eat.
True. We all have to eat. But we all have to protect those that are like us, don't you think?
Why? What have they ever done for me?
I don't think that matters what they've done for you. It's the existence of a species.
Hmm. Oh, if doing right by the species, paid as well as Fisk and his guys pay, then maybe I would. But it doesn't. So I can
No.
be on the run till they catch me, or I could say, hey, and cop a deal, and then work for some people.
And he'll look a little sad, a little dragon frown. His eyes open a little bit. That's that's unfortunate. Um, I believe personally. I believe in a world where mutants and humans can coexist. That they can live in the same place. They can breathe the same air, and without the fear or the difficulties that we've seen.
Well, that world doesn't exist, so good luck with it.
Thank you. I appreciate your position. I do. I understand. And I will tell you that myself, I can't speak for the rest, but myself will do whatever we can to ensure the mutants are free all throughout North America, not just here, not just on this boat or in this city, but everywhere.
Well, scrape together enough cash, I'd be willing to help. But you look like you're a little bit on the resource poor side.
True. Are you a mutant?
Not in the traditional sense, I don't think. I mean, I've got abilities, but I don't necessarily know if it's a mutation. All I know is it's really handy in my line of work.
I am curious though. If you're not a mutant, then you do have particular abilities that came from whatever place they came from. What happens when they come for you?
They won't. I've got to deal with the boss.
Fisk?
Yeah. I mean, he's not my only client, but he's the one that pays most of the bills. Or did you somehow think that, all of the mutants and all of the people who had abilities were fighting the good fight?
Oh no, they're all fighting different fights.
100. All right, good. Because, I mean, you're not cute enough to be naive, so.
I'm cute enough to be naive.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you want anything from me, if you want information or anything, then I'm willing to deal.
All right.
We could talk about letting you go and give us a little heads up on what we're going to expect when we get there.
That's a fine plan, because I do know some information. I mean, it'd be foolish not to look into who and what I'm doing.
I am going to make an educated guess here, because Buzzkill's a lot smarter than he looks. That a way around these collars, because eventually they're going to try to stick one on you.
No, I don't. And honestly, if I was completely reliant on my powers, I probably would have been dead quite a while ago. Skill and training.
Yeah, me too.
Skill and training is worth way more than powers.
Yeah, I've got skill and I've got training, but the powers help.
So, powers are a tool. But it's not the only thing that I've got.
It wasn't your skill and training that knocked me out of the sky.
Well, I saw your one of you, I don't know who, seemed to have an ability to disarm people, so I decided not to use anything else. I mean, no offense, but I could probably kill you with a paper airplane.
Well, there is that. Okay. He doesn't believe that for a second, but so what are we heading into?
As I was telling your friend, I don't think very well when I'm locked up.
Well, think about how much better it'll be when you're not locked up.
Yeah. Sure. Come and let me know when you want the information. I'll be right here.
Well, I'll let someone else take over then, because I'm not the intimidating guy in the team.
Bip, do you have any questions for this lady?
No. She's not worth my time.
All right.
Pip will it's probably the coldest they've ever seen Pip, because usually she's kind of, bouncy and friendly and teasing Lodestone and, you know, but she's very solemn as she stares at this woman and then walks off.
How far are we offshore?
Offshore, a couple miles.
All right. And Lodestone will kind of wave his hands and drop the restraints off her.
Okay. She'll kind of rub her breasts a little bit. Thank you.
I see two options here, Miss. One, in that you can help us save people like us and potentially people like you. And the other, that you choose to take your own way.
What's the job pay?
Doesn't pay anything.
Then I'm not interested.
Then you're free to go.
Although fair is fair, you did let me go. That over there, and she kind of motions with her head towards the garbage scow. That's it's one of Fisk's side projects. Off books operation. Government doesn't know about it. Wide Awake doesn't know about it.
Any details that you can share?
Plenty.
I'll trade you for a boat.
Don't really need a boat.
All right.
And I was just telling your young friend there, skills and training. So if you can't swim, I shouldn't be out on a boat. So you guys may need it more than I do.
I was thinking the rescue boat, the little Zodiac, but
Oh no.
if you prefer to swim, you can.
That's good conditioning. But yeah, good luck. On the plus side, it's off books. Government's not involved. You don't have to worry about any sentinels or any of that shit.
Can you tell me if there's innocence on that boat?
Oh, I mean, isn't everybody a little bit innocent?
No. His eyes will flare when he says it, and his teeth will bare.
Well, I mean, this is where they were coming to take the guys you rescued. Assuming they were innocent. There's probably others like them there.
Can I have your name?
You can call me Bullseye. It's fitting.
Bullseye, please. I would ask you to, if it's possible within your particular code, try not to interfere with what we're doing. We are trying to help people, not trying to harm them.
Well, I go where the money is, so...
I'm giving you a chance here, now. For nothing.
I mean, I'm not adverse to taking a retainer to stay out of your business.
Is this a pride thing, or is this or is there a figure in mind?
This is I don't want to live in the shit in the sewers and eat canned food.
Yeah, I'm really kind of tired of that myself.
Come work with me. Money's good.
Yeah, but I'd still have to live with myself, and I assume you guys can afford mirrors, and I need to look at myself in those.
So, if you ruffle enough feathers, odds are somebody's going to pay me to come deal with you. No hard feelings.
No worries, we know how that goes anyway.
Nothing personal.
Buzzkill, or Bullseye.
Yeah.
You still owe us one, right?
For...
All right. For Allowing you to live, allowing you to be free.
I paid that. I told you what you're walking into.
A barge that's off the boat. I don't think that equates.
Oh, it's an off-books project that Fiska's running. I mean, if you weren't, a mutant and could go to the authorities, that would be really great.
Well, that's the interesting part. I'm not really a mutant.
Well, you sure as shit look like one.
I suppose so.
But hey,
Humans.
if you guys want to go down to like your local Project Wide Awake, office and say, this guy you got running New York, he's up to something shady, more power to you.
Pretty confident they know that.
I'm pretty sure if he's taking mutants that he's supposed to turn over to the government and using them for his own purposes, they do care about that.
Well, there's probably a reward in it. Why don't you give that a shot?
Reward's not worth pissing people off.
I think you're free to go, Bozai.
Thank you.
Enjoy your swim.
Good luck. And she will very, very gracefully, like, just dive into the water and, like, a very skilled breaststroke and start swimming.
And she is brave, getting into Hudson Bay water.
I would not do that. Ew. She's worried about living in the sewer. She needs to take some serious consideration of what she's doing right now. I hope she drowns.
Maybe she has money for a shower.
If we're lucky, then maybe some of the things we've been saying to her will get through. We need more allies than enemies.
People like that sell their souls. They don't have friends.
People can change. And they do. I've lived longer than most. A perspective from a decade ago or 5 decades ago seems ridiculous in a modern time or a current perspective. People can change. Perhaps Bullseye will be an ally in the future. Or perhaps she'll be her downfall. We don't know yet.
I'm not holding my breath.
But we should give her the chance. Yes?
But like she'd give us a chance.
It's not the point. We have to set the example to be the better people, to show the world the way that we want to see it, that most people want to see it, if they weren't so driven to hate and fear.
She's not motivated by hate and fear.
I don't think she is.
I think it's greed. Selfishness.
We don't know that yet. She's still young.
Yet most of us don't live to be whatever terrible ancient age that you are. She's got a limited span to figure her shit out. And I don't think she's going to.
I think people in her line of work don't live a long time.
I think she might surprise you, actually.
I don't think people in my line of work live a long time.
You're way more optimistic than I am. Way more.
So what are we going to do when we crash this party?
I'm going to be really small and hopefully go unnoticed.
Well, I'll be really bright and sparkly, so I'll be a good
That should make it
distraction.
easier. That should make it much easier.
Not sure how subtle we can do this, but Bullseye did say something interesting, is that this is not an operation that the government is aware of.
Well, let's make it loud and smoky and bright, and maybe the government will become aware of it.
I'm all right with that. Yeah. So I guess we're going to try our best to infiltrate this boat.
All right. So as you get closer, I will get probably Lodestone with his highest intuition to give me an intuition check.
Intuition, fantastic. Need a 26. Yellow.
Oh.
Just barely, but
So as you start to like scan this thing from a distance, and hoping that they don't actually spot you, and then realizing that it's their boat, they probably won't pay too much attention. You can see there are some more of those ninja, the hand, kind of patrolling the area. It looks like there's about a half dozen of them. And since you got a yellow, you also notice that the whole thing, it's stationary. It's not moving. Doesn't seem to be anchored. And just like the way that the tide is currently, you can see that it's actually not quite touching the water.
Holy crap, it's a door. Right?
or a hovercraft, or
Or they've got some kind of funky tech that takes stuff from here to wherever. If there's nothing between the boat and the water, like if there's no tube running down or something like that.
I can't think of a subtle way to do this. So, what a good idea.
No. I mean, I'm subtle-ish.
I'm thinking maybe I do a flyby all sparkly. You be as small as possible. I drop you, they don't notice. They don't notice you being dropped off, and I kind of distract them, and that way it gives some time for the boat to arrive. And then Lodestone can do his thing. You can sneak around and see what's going on.
I can try. Yeah.
All right, so you shrink down.
So she shrinks.
She shrinks.
We pull up like we think we're supposed to.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should do it, fly in a different direction so it doesn't look like I'm coming from the boat.
And I could toss Pip up by the bridge.
Yeah, that's even better.
And we don't have radios, but she could give us a sign when it's time to go.
If you see me running and I'm. Well, no. If you see me running, that's probably a good indication it's time to go. If I'm running toward you instead of away. Or, at all. Or if I'm screaming, that's probably a good hint. That's probably really good. Or bleeding. Bleeding would also be a good sign. If I'm
It's going
doing
to be very
anything,
hard to see you from this distance when you're 2 inches tall.
maybe. If I'm doing anything other than beckoning you toward me, how's that? Good? That that'd be a good hint, right?
I suppose so.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm looking hurt or terrified, terrified's a good indicator that things are not going well. Um
If we
yeah,
see a whole bunch of people shooting at something we can't see.
that's probably a good indication of where I am. Or yeah. Oh, I don't like this plan at all. Okay. Uh I'm going to leave my backpack here with you guys cuz it's got a bunch of food and stuff in case I don't come back. Um there's no peaches. I couldn't find any peaches, sorry. But yeah, at least you guys won't starve for a week. Okay. All right. Are you just chucking me over there or what are we doing? How am I getting there? I am not swimming in that water.
Well, I think I can get you close. And
Close is not good enough. On the barge. I am not swimming in that water.
I'm curious, sir, what is Lodestone's strength?
it a lot, actually.
Amazing, isn't it?
His strength is amazing. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like She-Hulk level.
So you can throw Pip about the length of 2 football fields.
How's
Just
his
a killer.
200 yards.
I'm worried about his accuracy and what I'm going to be landing on. Although I can heal, but the accuracy is really kind of a
So I'm
factor.
thinking there's like a great big scrap metal thing in the middle, right?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of crap.
And we're not in a hurry, right? So we're bringing the boat in slow. Buzzkill does a little flyby off the other way to be distracting, and I basically toss Pip into the middle of that thing. Probably bags her up a bunch, but she could heal up as we come in. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay. Right. So yeah, you guys are coming in from one side. Buzzkill's drawing attention to the other.
That works.
Right. Lodestone can give me an agility check then to see how accurately he throws Pip.
No need for karma on this one, dude.
Yeah, I think we're gonna spend karma. Yeah.
You hit Jersey.
No.
I mean, I only need a 30. Well, how difficult is it, Chris?
You only need a green result.
So less damage if it goes up, kind of deal.
Yeah.
I'll spend karma. Oh god, this could be terrible.
Not for you, just for me.
41. That's great. Yep, that's great.
Yep.
Still 10 karma, but
So Pip, you get thrown in. You're gonna take 16 points of damage.
Ow.
it's a 400-yard throw, though. That's not bad.
97. Well, the good news is with the modifiers for the distraction from Buzzkill, they did not get a red result. They only get a yellow. So yeah, so Buzzkill. Let's see here.
Had I healed, by the way?
Yes, you heal your endurance rank
Okay.
like every 36 seconds,
Okay. That's a relief.
and your endurance is very high.
Yes.
That's what can toss you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so every 23 rounds, you heal. So you, with your endurance and your health, you would be completely healed in just over a minute and a half.
Yeah. So the time it took us to get to this barge was easily like the time Lodestone took explaining to this chick. Lodestone introducing himself and fully healed. Gotcha.
He might talk a little slow.
A little bit. Just a tad. So I go rolling across. Am I? Which part of this barge am I landing in? Am I landing on the helicopter pad or in among the trash heap? Ooh, Buzzkill has fancy.
Nice.
Nice.
I believe he's throwing you into the heap of rubble.
Terrific. Well, as long as I don't get impaled on something.
No, if he'd rolled a blue result, that would have been bad.
Oh, I didn't roll anything. So if he had rolled a blue result, that would have been bad.
Well, let's say Lodestone is over here in a boat someplace.
I love that effect on Buzzkill.
Yeah, that's very fancy.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find one that's a little bit more lightning-ish.
Or you could kill him off, and I'll make a character with tornado powers.
So yeah, so you throw Pip. You bang your stuff. You kind of let out that little like beep sound. And some of them are like. Those guys are all over there, kind of looking at Buzzkill, but one guy's like, "Shit, I think I heard something." He's gonna take a look around. He's not able to see Pip at all. I mean, you're in a giant pile of crap, and you're 2 inches tall.
I am staying as still as possible.
Arms broken, shoulders dislocated.
Yeah.
Kind
You
of
said it still wasn't the plan.
pop this piece back in, reconnected these tissues here. All right. But yeah, after while you're healing up, he's kind of looking around, and then he's like, "What the hell?" And then they go over to tell these guys, and there's a bunch of people just like, looking at the display that Buzzkill's making, like words getting around. They're like, everybody's eyes are focused in that direction.
Ninjas aren't very smart because I'm very clearly a distraction.
So what would you guys like to do?
I would like to wait until till the hand loses interest, goes back to whatever they were doing. before I move. So
Well,
I'll
really. Go ahead.
I'm killing time till Lodestone gets on the boat, and then I'm going to go on the attack.
Okay.
Actually, I want to jam communications. I think that should be the first thing.
All right. Let's make a power stunt roll. Or a power roll.
I think I'll use Karma on this one to make it.
Ooh.
Good thing.
What's your electrical generation?
Remarkable.
So a 2031 will get you a green.
Is that what I need?
The better you roll, the longer you can jam the comms for.
Okay, well, we'll take the green. You said 31, right?
Yep.
And I'll try again next time because we need to get Lodestone on the boat, and we need Pip to start moving around and searching.
So what are Lodestone and Pip doing? Everybody does seem to have fallen for the distractions. Oh, like, what's that? Who's that? You think it's one of? Could it be? No, she's dead. A lot of that going on. They're obviously fallen for the distraction.
I wait until they go back to their stuff.
Okay. Odds are they are not going back to their stuff as long as Buzzkill is distracting them.
Well, I mean, if they're paying attention to Buzzkill.
Yes, absolutely.
I think I'm just gonna pull the boat up where I think the boat should go.
Okay.
I'm making the delivery.
Okay. One of them kind of like they hear the boat coming in, and one of them yells over their shoulder, and like they kind of look in that direction, but not enough to actually see you. They're like, "Hey, do you see this?" And then they get back to looking.
Trouble with Lodestone is he breaks everything he touches.
I didn't get broken.
Yes, you did. You just put your shoulder back in a socket.
I'm just good at hiding it.
I mean, this is all really you guys, right?
And Pip, as you're like laying there, kind of keeping an eye on things, you can hear one of them talking into our radio. It's like, "Hey, Striker, we think we got a target for you. Are you there?" Goddamn comms. It's like, should we go? Should we tell him? It's like he's not going to want to miss this. It's like, oh, I don't know. He's been in a mood. And then they kind of like two of the guys up in that area. Basically do like rock paper scissors. They do it a couple times because they tie twice. And then one's like, "Okay, fine, I'll go tell him." And then he goes into the building, like through this little door here.
Okay. We really need some kind of comm system. Pip's going to work her way across to the other side of this garbagey bit.
Okay.
And then check around for a way to get into that kind of command center building.
Well, there's the door that you saw the guy go through.
Yeah, I'd rather not walk in front of these guys, so I'm probably gonna like jump down
Okay.
to the lower level and walk around it to see if there's a way in.
Okay.
Rust. I'm hoping for rust.
There is no rust. It is remarkably well maintained. But kind of around the back, doesn't really show it on the map, but kind of around the back, there is another door.
Okay. I'm gonna guess there's no little cracks or space underneath the door where I could slip in.
Yeah, you absolutely can at your size.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna slip inside.
Okay.
Ideally by the hinge, because I don't think I'll be quite as noticed on the hinge side.
Okay. All right. So you slip in and uh, you find it looks like the bridge to the ship. But nothing seems to be operational. And there is in here there is one door.
Okay. Other than the one I just slipped under?
Other than the one you just slipped under.
Well, that's where I'm heading then. If there's nothing in here that looks useful.
It's not just it doesn't look useful; it doesn't look operational.
Okay.
And the other door in this room, the exit door, you would guess, is sealed.
Well, that's probably a good indication that this is important.
In the meantime, Lodestone, what are you doing? You've docked. They don't seem to have really noticed you per se. I mean, they're vaguely aware of your presence, but they haven't noticed you.
Um, I mean, the thing with Lodestone is he's kind of the heavy hitter in this group. So we're in information gathering, stealthy things. I think it's best that he just kind of. Is it possible he could try to sneak off this boat, or are they paying too much attention to that?
They're not paying any attention to you. Like, they looked over, they saw the boat, they're like, "Hey, come get a look at this," and then they turned back to watching Buzzgill. You know,
I mean, he'll try to sneak off, kind of crawl along his way, like from here to here, kind of deal.
okay. For all intents and purposes, right now, these guys are a bunch of guys at sea, and Buzzkill is a UFO essentially. It's like a glowing thing flying through the sky.
He'll make his way to the bridge as best he can. Staying out of sight as best he can.
Okay.
For a giant blue dragon.
Okay. You can give me an excellent intensity agility check.
Excellent agility. All right, my agility is incredible, so I still need to roll it.
Yep. You need a 36 or better.
No problem. Actually, that was a pretty good roll.
Toot, 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 toot. All right. So yeah, you sneak up. Nobody seems to pay attention to you. You do find that building at the back. There is a door around the back that's not shown on the map. I'm gonna pretend Pip is like inside. And you do see the door up top. Pip, as you're inside, you hear just like a faint rumbling sound. And then the door where you're at opens.
The sealed door?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
It is an elevator.
Oh. Is someone coming out?
Yes. You see one of the ninjas.
Okay. I will
Uh,
stay just flat against the wall.
and a guy wearing a set of armor.
That's not good.
All like form filling and lights and stuff.
You can take him.
And he's talking to the hand member. He's like, "Do you think it's like a hero? Like, is a hero brazen enough to be flying around in daytime, drawing all this attention? Like, what the hell?" The hand guy's like, "I don't know. It looks like it's man-sized, but maybe it's far away. But it's been out there now for like 5-10 minutes, just kind of like zigging around.
I don't recognize this guy at all. He's got no kind of logos or anything on him.
He does not. But as he walks out of the elevator door,
Mm-hmm.
what's your level of shrinking?
Incredible.
Okay. So he will need a yellow to notice you.
Ruh-roh.
He kind of stops for a second.
I hold my breath.
And ooh. Amazing. Ooh.
You have me selected, by the way.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. It's like I know those aren't my dice. I don't roll that high.
Right. So with like absolute like blinding speed, like before you can blink, he just runs over and grabs you. Yep, that is a successful grab, even with the column shifts. So you are partially grappled. You didn't get a full grapple on you because of your size.
Oh no.
And he's like, huh, what have we got here? So he's got you like partially grappled, like, you know, between a couple of fingers, given your size. But on his other arm, you see the wristband of his armor. It kind of like opens up, and this like little like a widow's sting sort of device kind of pops up, like a little wrist launcher.
Oh, that's not good.
But I think we'll call it there. That seems like a suitable. Seems like a suitable issue ending cliffhanger. But yes,
So
and just so you're aware, Pip, he moved literally faster than you can blink.
Grant, that's not great.
Speedster with a widow wrist. Nice.
So yes, so we will call it there, and then we will pick up from this point next week.
Oh, I hope you're back.
Me too, because I'm not designed for fighting like this.
All right. So yes, so we will see everybody next week to see how our heroes get out of this particular cliffhanger.
all right. Talk to you Wednesday.
Thanks, Chris. And we'll
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
see everybody tomorrow.
We'll see everybody tomorrow for Forbidden Lands,
Yep. Good night.
where I'm sure things will go better.
Yeah, right.